We're hearing allegations tonight of serious incidents that happened at one of the few residential substance abuse programs for teenagers in the Bay Area.
Well, some parents tell KPIX 5's Christin Ayers that they regret their children ever going there.
When she got out, she was worse.
This mother regrets the day she sent her 16-year-old daughter to a treatment center called Thunder Road to get help for alcohol addiction. Right from the start, she says,
I began to suspect there were things that were not right.
On one of her early visits, she noticed kids at the Oakland facility coming and going, seemingly as they pleased. Her daughter, we'll call her Mary, says counselors let residents run free.
The kids told me, they were like, oh yeah, you can get away with a lot of things here.
And that led to problems from day one, with one male resident in particular.
He was already acting like really controlling and possessive. He would get mad at things that I wouldn't do, like hug him or talk to him.
She says she complained to staff, but it just got worse.
He would pick me up and just throw me like on the couch, just like out of nowhere. And I would be so confused.
One day, Mary left with a group of kids, including this former resident we'll call Jay.
There was multiple times where I would leave with other kids that were there.
This time, the quest was for alcohol.
After we finished the first bottle, we just went ahead and got another one. We went back to the facility.
That's when Mary says the male who had been harassing her started getting angry again. Jay claims he witnessed the boy assaulting her in a stairwell.
Look down the stairwells and I see the other kid on top.
Hospital records show Mary was admitted due to acute alcohol intoxication with bruises on her neck.
How is it possible that I put her in a place that is supposed to be safe and this happened?
Mary's experience here at Thunder Road is not isolated. We've spoken to 5 Bay Area families who told us the facility offered little to no therapy services for their children and did not monitor whether they were using drugs or alcohol. Our investigation led us to several former employees who confirmed what the families told us.
It was very chaotic, very chaotic.
Kay Priester is a clinical counselor who was hired to work at Thunder Road earlier this year.
I noticed that they were allowed to push the exit doors open and go out and smoke cigarettes and come back in. It was such a common thing to do, being able to walk out and, go and do drugs and bring drugs back in.
And she says the residents were always hungry.
The teens would get up and say, what are we eating? There's nothing down there for us to eat. There's molded food, there's old food.
According to state inspection records, Thunder Road has 4 Type A citations, which are the most serious, and 6 Type B citations. Among the substantiated findings, failed to meet food service requirements, failed to prevent drugs from being brought into the facility, and failed to adequately supervise minors. Kay filed one of those complaints. Shortly after that, she was fired.
When a parent relinquishes their child to your care and trusts that you're going to support their child, and you don't do that, it's beyond unethical. It's just not right.
We wanted to talk to Jamie Almanza, CEO of Bay Area Community Services, the nonprofit that runs Thunder Road. She turned down our request for an interview. In a statement, the company told us Thunder Road provides a structured program, building trust through appropriate behavior and open communications, and treating oneself and others with respect. There is not a free-for-all environment. It would not comment on specific cases for privacy reasons.
I have cried so much that I can't cry anymore.
But Mary's mother wants everyone to know about the harm that happened to her daughter at Thunder Road, so that it won't happen to anyone else.
That place is not safe for any patient, any child, any mother. I believe they should shut it down.
So, Christin, with all these complaints, what's going on there now? Are there other teens at risk?
So that part is interesting. We actually discovered something strange. Even though local agencies tell us there's a huge need for residential substance abuse treatment for teens, Thunder Road currently has no residents. And we found out what might be the reason for that. We'll bring you that story in part 2 of our series Recovery Chaos tonight on the KPIX 5 News at 11. Ken and Liz.